Hello, friends. We begin with an incredible recording of the visit of the FP, two strategic attack mosquitoes guided optically by the defenders, to the Suezka and Starovecheve thermal power plants in Donetsk. The 14th Regiment of Unmanned Systems, now the first independent center for unmanned systems, launched the wave of Sanctions, likely copying the Rubicon Center's model, which is the top unit of its kind in the Horde. FP-2 mosquitoes excel in precision due to their ability to navigate areas with strong electronic interference. The footage shows mosquitoes moving toward key infrastructure like transformers and fuel tanks. Impacts were confirmed on the second boiler's transformer in Suezka and several targets in Starovechev, including fuel storage and other transformers, causing significant damage. These caused widespread blackouts in 65% of the occupied Donetsk region and the shutdown of heating and water supply services in the area. These attacks on the Horde's energy infrastructure are in response to the invaders' assaults on Ukraine's energy system. These results also worsen the disruption of electricity, heating, and water services in Belgorod and Voronezh, also caused blackouts in Taganrog. Finally, it has the long-range weapons needed to strike these targets without seeking authorization from Brussels and Washington. As in the war's early years, the Allies barred retaliation against the Horde's attacks on civilian infrastructure. We have to wait and see what will happen when the Flamingos go into full production. But come on, the FP-2S are really getting the job done with the direct sanctions against Mordor. But you already know that. As usual, everything is proceeding as planned and meticulously calculated by the Kremlin's master strategist. Speaking of things going as planned, Z-bloggers and Putin's followers are eagerly sharing footage claiming an Iskander-M ballistic missile from the Horde hit a Ukrainian high-mobility artillery rocket system unit, destroying two M142 launchers that fired 4 Atacams rockets at targets in Voronezh. Up to this point, we could say that this is pretty bad news for the defenders, right? Not really, honestly, since the Z propagandists are so efficient and eco-friendly. They're using a video from over a year ago where they wanted to sell us. Iskander also destroyed an M270 launcher then, but in the Sumy region. Remarkable. How do they manage to use the same missile to hit different targets in separate regions in consecutive years? Really impressive. We have to congratulate La Horda for their efficient use of military equipment. Gentlemen, a standing ovation. But that's not all, of course. According to the same sources, the 4 Atacams missiles were shot down, shot down by the buildings that were their targets. Anyway, they never stop spreading disinformation, and the Russophiles who follow them never stop swallowing the story. We can only try to help them see the light. Since I know you need to see something Z daily, go into party mode. Today we'll see how an attack mosquito converts an enemy ground drone carrying ammunition into a new satellite for the Mordorite Horde. Hopefully it won't destroy a Soyuz when it enters orbit. You know that the defenders don't leave anyone behind, and in this case that motto also applies to a DJI Mavic drone belonging to the defenders. It lost power while tracking a target at the rear of the Horde. To keep it from falling into the hands of the invaders, the operator landed it on a roof, where it was rescued by a Wasp Queen equipped with a cable and hook. The Hornet Queen was conceived by Lieutenant Colonel Kirill Overis, hero of Ukraine. It's now the workhorse of unmanned systems forces and a terror to illegal tourists of the Z Horde. Magyar pilots continue systematically eliminating occupiers on the Eastern Front, aided by dense drone surveillance of the battlefront. Is it very bad for your health to go for a walk in the gray zone during the day? But Ivan doesn't care, so he keeps sending his assault troops in groups of 2 or 3 to try to sneak between the Ukrainian positions and the swarm of drones protecting them. Another day of honest work for the 414th operators. It's always an August day for the Mordor Horde. The creation and strengthening of the Army Sergeants Corps is one of the pillars in building the new Ukrainian Army. Sergeants Day was commemorated on November 18, 2025, with announcements emphasizing the force's commitment to developing and recognizing its non-commissioned officers. The celebration focused on recognizing sergeants' key role in training new recruits. The Army has been systematically developing its non-commissioned officer corps, offering extra training and enabling sergeants from various brigades to share experiences. This initiative is part of a broader strategy to build a new Ukrainian army, where sergeants are considered the backbone of a continuous training process, imparting essential knowledge and skills that are vital for survival and effectiveness in combat. WW Alberto San Agustin, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. On the logistics front, the German company ARX Robotics has received a major order to supply Garyon unmanned ground systems to Ukraine. These can carry up to 500 kilograms of cargo at 30 kilometers per hour. The company has had a Ukrainian subsidiary since early this year. This new contract marks the third fleet expansion requested by the armed forces for logistics, reconnaissance, and medical evacuation. These robots are connected to a common control network through the Mitra operating system. This enables coordinated actions, quick threat response, and effective system management. The company shifted some production to its Ukraine facilities and is sourcing certain parts from local suppliers. This speeds up deliveries and strengthens the local industry. ARX Robotics developed the Garyon RCS series of unmanned ground platforms, and the Mitra operating system with artificial intelligence elements that enable integration with current and future autonomous platforms, so it can scale up to eventually control swarms of ground combat drones. To access more content, subscribe to our Patreon for just $1 and watch many war-related videos, uncensored. Do you think giving Ukrainian Army sergeants more responsibility will have any impact? Leave your opinion in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.